Hey guys, welcome back to another Reddit Ace War recap video. We have a friendly war here with Reddit Eclipse. They team up with Cheeseheads to do things like potlucks and stuff like that and arranged wars. So we did this war with them. We did win 69-65, but one of our Town Hall 11s got busy on Sunday, so he didn't make his second attack, which potentially could have added a star on a Town Hall 10. And our other Town Hall 11 went for a Town Hall 11 attack at the end just for fun. So really we could have had up to 71. We had a little bit of trouble getting 2 stars on their top 11. First video in a long time. Things have been different around Reddit Ace. We're in the middle of some restructuring, changing things up a little bit in terms of how we partner or how we're arranged with our sister clan, and setting up a recruiting server on Discord and everything. So lots of changes going on. We also have officially been announced as a CWL Rising Clan for Season 2, which we're super excited about, and thanks to the admin for all the work that they're doing nonstop with CWL. I'll put some info in the description. If you're interested in joining us, we're always recruiting Town Hall 9+. And now that we have that server, I'll just put that in the description. And I'll put the information about CWL in there if you'd like. So I'm going to get straight into attacks. I'm going to start down at the bottom here. Number 25, we have Master P, who is one of the guys who came over from Nova. We saw this a bunch with their bases, where they would have one expo set to ground and one set to air, which I'm not too fond of. Master P is coming in on the heavy HP side, all those storages, the town hall over there, going in for the queen and the CC. Drops a quad quake. Now, there's 3 baby dragons in the CC, and without a poison on a fresh hit, he didn't know what was in there. Finds Teslas there. Didn't know what was in there, and that's normally dangerous without bringing poison. Sends in wall breakers a little sloppy, could have been combined, but he does drop the rage a little bit early to make sure that the wall breakers do get through, and they actually hit a spring trap, some of them did, which is funny. Sends in those Valks, huge funnel. The Valks are going into the middle, and he sprinkles in some hogs, a couple on that first cannon just to take it out, and then he drops in the rest here. And they're just going to work in a line up this base, just like this, up that line, where the Valks and the king... Not the king, the Valks and the bowlers are currently hanging out, so they're going to get a little tanking done for them. Heal does hit the Valks and the Hogs, which is nice, getting double duty there. And at this point, I think the Valkyries are going to break through a wall to take out that Tesla while the Hogs go north, so it's nice that they split up here. And he's got the wizards and the bowlers behind the Hogs, so everything's fine. Queen is still alive in the middle. She'll take out that wizard tower. And just a really different, you don't see Govaho right now. Actually, looking at that, we're doing the Clash with Coward is the guy who's sponsoring it, but there's a Town Hall 9 tournament that we made a team for, that you're not allowed to use any Town Hall 10 troops, so Govaho might be one of those things that you end up seeing. Nice job by Master P. 24, Little Bazi, or Bazi, however you say it. Another interesting Valk attack. Bazi, however you say it, is from Reddit Heroes. Just came over trying to partner up a little bit with the RCS. Drops in a hog there to get the CC. You'll see why in a moment. And the queen with a couple healers is going to walk up this west side of the base. Drops 2 poisons actually here. So the queen is just going to go up the side, and she stays alive all the way until she hits that 9 o'clock. He does have to use the ability because the 2 Valks and the baby dragon make that so. So really you could have saved a poison there. One to slow him down, but you're still going to need the ability. So really save the second one for skeleton traps since you have hogs on the back end, or... that's really where, or you could, I guess, poison the king on the back end. You don't really need to poison the queen with Valkyries. So now, Bazi, I'm just going to say Bazi, that's what it is. Bazi is funneling on this southeast side still, dropping the king on the town hall, and then drops a Valkyrie really quick, and then drops the rest of them. And going to let them break through this first wall here. Uses the jump around here, and uses a rage to get through... the queen. you'll see in a second. So really, really smart to lure the CC, because if Bazi didn't lure the CC, then you have baby dragon or hound or loons or whatever in the CC, then that just is going to wreck your ground troops over here, because he's got Valks, bowlers, and the king, and then hogs coming in from the right side. So if the CC wasn't lured, then those air troops are just going to destroy the entire part of the raid. So it's worth that 5 troop space just to get it out and let the queen take care of it. Speaking of the queen, you can see her still doing fine work over here. Drops a heal onto the Valkyries and the hogs. Base is completely done. Some lower defenses, but just really unique seeing this big channel here, and that being an opportunity to let the Valks get super deep into the base with only 1 jump instead of like a double jump go hobo or something like that, which a couple people did in this war. I don't think I'm showing it in the recap though. So nice job by Bazi, and thanks for coming over for the friendly war. We appreciate it. Moving on down, I have number 19, Mary Medic Jane, who's actually going to run the potluck with us too. This was not a fresh hit. She knew that he don't even know. Mary Medic Jane, you assume female, but who knows? Not a fresh hit. Newer things were and everything. A lot of people came in from this side, dropping a jump right around here to try and do a go Lalo. And Mary just executes a lot better. You can see the value that she's going to get out of this base in a second. Drops poison right there, a little bit late, but it's okay. The king was tanking for the bowlers and the queen. So gets really deep, ends up getting both air sweepers, those 2 air defenses, the queen and the CC, and his queen actually steps up and takes out some of these defenses over here. So a very good portion of the base is going to be gone just with the kill squad, and it wasn't heavier than normal. So a really nice job by Mary there on the kill. Drops a couple hastes and then is going to save that rage for the core when you get around that Tesla air defense area. Those hounds did enough work tanking, and the 3rd hound does come in there. The queen is still alive up top and just about to go down by the cannon, but there's plenty of loons to clean up as she sends in a couple minions just to pick off some buildings. There's another one over there, and the last one coming in right there as the loons go over to the troll Tesla, and that is it. I just wanted to show the smart kill squad, the use of the jump instead of wall breakers. You know, this compartment right here is trying to help make it so that wall breakers are hard to get in, and Mary just negates that as being an issue. Scrolling down to 15, Clash Ryan, and he's actually in the war with us right now. We just pulled 1 Hive Prime, which kind of stinks, but stinks for us running a random with not our full roster necessarily. Interesting attack in that Ryan is doing like a double kill squad almost. He's using 2 baby dragons to funnel and 1 dragon plus a poison on the queen instead of suicide dragon or something like that. Just uses a poison on it, while he has 2 golems over here without bowlers, just using wizards and the heroes. And the jump spell goes, and the golems are going to come in. That rage was a little bit early, and I don't think it was really necessary. I think that he could have saved it, because there's one of the poisons. The second poison is going to go on that queen in a second. The queen and the king split. The queen is in the rage, but she doesn't really need it because the golem is still tanking. So I think it could have been used better elsewhere. But he does such a nice job with the pathing based on what he took out. And I think he wanted to get this air defense over here as well, figured that he could, but unfortunately the CC and the splitting of everything just didn't make it possible. Starts his Lalo on the south side here. Drops in that 1 loon over there on the archer tower, hoping it would take it out, and it does just barely. The sliver of health right there. So nice value. It's going to take out that mortar too. And there goes the second hound as he drops in just a few loons from the top, really sparingly in terms of how many he's dropping at a time. So just real smart deployment there. And again, here's that air defense wreaking a little bit of havoc. He did expect to take that out. Again, I'm assuming, but the hound comes into range and there you go. It's about to pop. Gets a little close here, but I think he has like 4 or 5 loons up at the end. I'm just going to speed up. I think there's 5 there, so cleanup will be fine. Interesting strategy. I like showing different stuff. I don't like showing the same thing every attack or whatever else. It's fun showing different stuff. Get the Valks in there, get an interesting kill squad in there, and you have to adapt based on what base it is. No strategy is just going to work perfectly. This one, JD, leader of Nova, our sister clan. We were talking about this in app, and he actually asked me, he goes, how do I get rid of this mortar in terms of funneling purposes? He goes, should I use a baby dragon on it? And as soon as he said it, I go, why not use a barbarian? Because this isn't in range, Queen isn't in range, and that obviously is not in range. So why not just use one barbarian to take it out? And we went, all right, well, what about a small bomb might be there, or a giant bomb, or a Tesla could have been right here. In between that spot right there. So we were concerned about it working, but, and then as soon as he does the attack, he's like, there you go, there's something for your recap. Good eyes, making sure that you could see that it was a good value play over there. And it is a slow developing beginning, but with that 5 troop space, those 2 minions and the 1 barbarian, he took out 3 buildings here that basically created the funnel. Point of criticism for this attack, he drops those 2 extra wizards right there that he did not need. He didn't even need 5 for the funnel. He could have used 3 and saved 4 of them for cleanup. And I'm pretty sure that was said in chat as soon as it was done. So that's something that JD could have definitely done differently. He ends up getting 2 air defenses and both sweepers. The second sweeper goes down a little bit later, but he does get it in the kill squad portion. So great value there, finds those Teslas. I think this was fresh, because we didn't know about that, if there was like a troll Tesla down there by the mortar or something. Sends in the Lalo portion behind the sweeper that was still up, the one that the Queen is picking off right now. So actually, I got that wrong. He didn't get that second air defense, although he could have if he waited longer, but started his Lalo to keep his King and Bowlers alive. And just working around the base counterclockwise. The loons do go to the outside of the base, so I think pathing could have been a little bit better too in this case. These outside buildings should have been taken care of so that the loons went from like here to where they are now, essentially. And that would have saved this from becoming an issue right here, where the Expo and the Archer Tower are both locked onto the pack of loons. But it's okay, there's no wizard tower there, so them being clumped up isn't really an issue at this point in the raid. And the Queen is still alive, and it'll just be a little bit slow on cleanup because of, again, the way that everything was funneled there. So some real positives to this, and a couple things that JD could look at and grow on as we get ready to move back into CWL for Season 2. Before I move to the Town Hall 11 hit, I wanted to find one more. Sorry for doing this while recording. There was one thing that I wanted to point out in one of these attacks that it wasn't JD. Props to JD for a 6-pack though. It wasn't Mary. I didn't show this one. Was it this one? Yeah, here you go. So I just want to watch this as it happens. Look at there's 2 grounded expos here, so not the best best base. It is symmetrical in some ways. And I didn't show this primarily for a reason, but I want you to look at that one healer. Now, you have a bunch of free buildings that Mary was taking care of, corner huts and just getting stuff going. Got the golem with 1 healer on it. And this is pretty cool. I like this. The golem's going to pop in a second. So the healer isn't meant to really keep it alive necessarily. Again, I just want you to see and watch it as it happens. It's great. Drops 2 poisons on the CC here. King uses his ability, totally fine. The Queen's down. The CC is about to be down. Pretty easy funnel over there. Healer's still alive on that Queen who's in the middle here. Going to take out 1 air defense. And the sweeper. Expo's locked on, but still hasn't used the ability, so she should step up. Pops the ability, finds the Teslas. Unfortunately, doesn't get that second air defense there. But that healer is sitting there tanking for the hounds there. It's just pretty interesting to see 1 in there. And what I was told by some of the guys is that they use that healer. This isn't, again, Mary's not a regular in Reddit Ace, just somebody that we have connections with that we're trying to get more involved. Look at that pack of loons in the middle. Holy, oh my goodness. And they're going to split there. Crazy. And that hound's still alive. Awesome. Just demolished it at the end of the day. Now, that healer, what I'm told about it is that sometimes you'll be able to use it where you could just have it cross the entire base, and it will trigger a bunch of air traps. So it'll trigger air mines that would normally hit your loons or your hounds or whatever else. Once it, gets off your kill squad or something like that, like if you drop, 2 archers on the other side or a wizard on the other side or something, you could get that healer to cross the entire base. I liked that it was tanking there. I mean, the idea was partially that to keep the queen alive, and it was also partially to hopefully find some air traps there. Here we have number 2 is hit by Genki, and I don't really want to give him credit because he was giving me crap for this. I hit this base first, and I got a 60% 1-star. I needed bowlers to hit the town hall like one more time. Everybody was asking why I didn't come in on the Eagle Artillery side. I don't even like running mass bowlers, honestly, but when I see a base like this that's so open, I think that it just plays well to it. Now, if I came from this side and the Teslas were not in the core, I believe that they were right here in the corners there, but if they weren't, then you run the risk of your bowlers circling and going around and not actually targeting the Eagle Artillery or the Town Hall, So for me, I saw it as a better opportunity to come from this side. You also look at the way that they build their base. Now, he's putting the bomb towers here to try and get rid of something like Valkyries or bowlers, putting a bunch of splash damage by potential. There's no potential giant bomb spots here. Actually, there might, no, not there. Normally you'll see that though, where they'll put splash damage and bombs and stuff like that on one side to prevent you from doing mass bowlers. And to me, that's like, I want to come on that side now. I want to make it happen. So anyways, Genki runs my strategy. He just does it a little bit better. I'll point out the things that he does. 2 bowlers on each of those mines, which I had done as well. They created a really good funnel here. You get rid of both archer towers and they move over to the army camps. And you're really just sacrificing the 2 that are getting hit by the mortar right now. They're just going to be gone, and that's okay. Starts him on the gold storages, and he puts them at a different angle than I did. So my funnel actually got rid of the wizard tower. That's still this one right here. The jumps are a little bit later, but I don't think that's what did it in for me. His poisons are later, which is good, and his rage is a little bit deeper. He drops it on the king. I dropped it like as they jumped over this wall, like right there, and he dropped it like 3 tiles further to keep his bowlers in the rage. He also drops his freeze a little bit later than I did. He drops it there and there, and that placement, I think, is what did it. He got this Inferno and this Expo. I went for this Inferno and that Expo. That's already down for him. So I think that's actually what did it for him. The bowlers take it out, and his queen ends in the same spot mine did. My bowlers died before they got the town hall, and my queen never took the jump. His queen does take the jump at the end. So good modification on his part. I'll give him credit on better execution than I had on a fresh hit. So props to him on that one. And that'll really do it for this recap. Again, I'll put some information in the description about this and about CWL and recruiting and all that sort of stuff. So, look forward to seeing you guys. We should be doing more recaps soon. And again, we do have One Hive Prime. And this is not our regular lineup here. We have a couple new Town Hall 10s. 3 of them, and Dan here, he only has 1 Inferno even. One Hive Prime on the other side, they have a full roster of people and everything. So good luck to them. You'll be seeing a recap from me in a couple days. Take care.